Good evening, people of the universe, or just people in general. You don't have to be in the universe. You can be outside of it as well. Um, what is going on here? What are all these smartphones here doing? Well, they're all factors of 9. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9. 2 plus 4 plus 3 equals 9. 1 plus 6 plus 2 equals 9. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 6 equals 9, and so on and so fifth. Um so how did I get to these numbers? Well, I watched a movie, a YouTube video rather, called Sonic Geometry 1, 2, and 3, and it talks about frequency, and it talks about the 432, and it talks about how everything adds up to 9. Uh, what does this have to do with me? What does this have to do with my personal life? Well, if you haven't noticed, the world's gone crazy, and it's all frequency based. Uh, uh yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I just know that this sounds like harmony. It is harmony, and I wager if you were to take all these frequencies, put them under a speaker, under a metallic plate, and put sand on top of it, it would show you a mandala that's really pretty and stuff. Uh, I'm not able to measure the ratios between the frequencies, but I'm sure that they're perfectly in harmony with each other, just intonation. And if I am wrong, let me know. Yeah. So it started with 360, and then I went up to 450, and then I went up to uh 540, and then I went up to 720, then I went up to 810, then I went over to 9, then I went over to 900, then I went over to 1080. That's a famous number. Uh, and I went over to 1440, and to 1620, and to 1800, and to 243. Just using my own, sense of harmony, and stopping when it equals 9, I have, uh, these are 8 tones coming out right now. I'm listening to NPR talking about it's, frickin', it's nonstop COVID this and vaccine that, with the occasional Tokyo Olympics, but it's pumping out this narrative of you need our medical tyranny in order to survive or whatever, pushing that fear. And National Public Radio is no longer funded by the public. What is it? Whatever. It's funded by the corporations. I noticed this when they stopped asking for handouts from the public with their, hours long funding campaigns. They used to be all the rage back in the day, it sort of like stopped happening. I'm sure I could research it, but yeah, National Public Radio, it now stands for NPR now stands for Neurotic Paranoia Radio. Is this making you bark, Fenrir? Fenrir! He barks anyway. He's probably barking at he's probably barking at something in the distance. Sometimes he barks at nothing. Or maybe he's barking at an invisible entity that I cannot perceive. Okay, let's see if I can Me. This is the only one that has a sound effect? Oh, okay. Well, it's because it... Oh, that's weird. So where was I? Right here. But what was I gonna do with this information? I don't know. Tell people about it? What's the point? What is the point of all these frequencies? I think that numbers have meaning, and if you attune yourself to these frequencies, which is just have them playing in your field, you can hear them, it will attune your aura, and you will naturally start healing yourself. This global narrative of you got to get a vaccine, blah, 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 paranoia, blah, blah, blah. It takes no account into the fact that you can actually heal yourself if you just take away all the stress of the world and stuff. And I'm sure they would argue, oh, look, it's 1080. It's 1008. Anyway, they would argue, oh, you can't just take away people's stress. You gotta be in stress mode all the time. Because I am, and everybody I know is paranoia, blah, blah, blah. But I feel that highly strongly you can heal yourself. There are many factors, of course, but frequency is fundamental. Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, blah, blah, blah. The golden spiral, sacred geometry, frequency-based mathematics. I'm sure this all makes sense to people who have been studying this for a while, and it probably sounds like crazy talk if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't care. I'm gonna keep on talking about it. Okay. Next. Oops. I don't think that's the number. I don't think that's the frequency. So, let's go up to the next 9. You hear the beat? You hear the minor beat? Let's see here. 2 plus 8 plus... Okay, that's 17. If it was 18, it would work. Okay, that adds up to 9 somehow. Maybe that's the frequency. Oh, that's it. 2880. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally the number. I recognize it. What is this? Okay. So, yeah, 2880. This number is found on the King's tablet, which talks about this ancient Sumerian tablet talking about the reigns of rulers, the rulers' reigns, how long they reigned for, supposedly 2,800 years. That's a long time. Okay. Technology, man. It's a double-edged sword, man. Woman, child. It's just a... That's definitely the frequency. I can feel it. So I'm gonna, continue experimenting with this. I'm going to add more phones to this grid and keep on going up. Musai. Oh yeah, 432 0. That was also a factor. That was also a king's reign. Oop, that one's not playing. Hehe. Some of these are audibly louder than others. Okay, yeah. Eh. Okay, that's a Motorola and that's a Motorola. You know how I can tell? Because the button. It's funny how they all use Android, but they all look different. They all have their nuances. Each phone. Okay, maybe this is a little too loud. I can't talk. Baka. Okay. Since, everything you say manifests. So, maybe this is opening up a portal and drawing in the angels. Haha. The floodgates are open, and
I can lower my voice. You got to lower your voice in order to command authority in this realm.
that's what they told Margaret Thatcher.
She had to lower her voice.
Margaret Thatcher. In retrospect, nobody likes Margaret Thatcher. NPR, man. It used to be a great show. Now it's all propaganda. I'm just gonna keep on talking about this because it helps me vent. I feel like I've vented all the Baka. Fenrir. Okay, let's take this frequency and raise it. It's going to take a while. Raising the frequencies. I'm literally raising the vibration. Whoa! I feel like the next frequency will be 3600. 3600. Because that's the number that's on the King's list. Now, for those who have seen Sonic Geometry, the series on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They even play the frequencies, but it's only the first triad. Do do do. Bah. Oh man. See, Harry Parch's concept of a chord was a hexad, which is taking the first. The chord is the first three, the root, the third, the fifth, and he would do the 7th, the 9th, and the 11th overtone for the musicians that understand that language. And I feel like eventually the musicians will understand that language. Understand that language. Ugh, I hate having to correct myself all the time. Language is dumb. Wouldn't it be great to just have your thoughts manifest directly in direct communication with all that exists? This is so slow. Once you get into the thousands, but whatever. It's the only way to be accurate. Otherwise, you can use your thumb to move the that that little button right there, but it's inaccurate once it gets into the thousands. I've meditated with these frequencies and I've chanted mantras in these frequencies, and I feel like they're really doing something to me. That's good. It's doing good to me. That's an interesting effect in my head. Out of curiosity, I am going to go even further. And I am going to go to 432 hertz, 0. 4320 hertz. See how long it takes? Whatever. Experiment doesn't happen instantaneously. Nobody ever had a hypothesis and was like, voila, this is the proof now. Haha. Is this hurting your ears, doggy? Well, it shouldn't, because they're pure. I have a feeling that if it was flutes instead of, or crystal Himalayan bowls instead of smartphones creating sine waves. Ooh, I can feel this in my ears. That's it. Now, let's just hear what these sound like. I feel like it's happening in my brain. Like it's penetrating. Maybe if I meditate on this, it'll open up my pineal gland. Stay tuned for further